Yo, YouTube! Me. Oh, I've been thinking about the past. And I have said on here that I only had two previous boyfriends, but completely honest, I haven't. I've had numerous. But only four that counted. I'm trying to think what order I went in now. I think, yeah. The first one, I will name drop because I don't know where they are, don't even know if they watch these videos, but I'm going to call this past relationships, excluding Adam and Kieran, because I don't want to talk about them. I want to talk to the first two. First one was called James Wilson, and I went out with him for about a year, but not like a full year. If you cut it way down, it'd be 6 months. And because I only saw him one weekend a month, because I used to go to this place called Barndale, which was respite for teenagers. Um, Friday till Monday. One weekend a week. One weekend a month, sorry. Because the other weekend was for the younger generation. That's how they used to do it. So it went old, young, old, young. And then had like 2 weeks off. Because it's like 4 weeks in a month. So I can't remember how we started going out, me and James, but we did. Um, we barely did anything together because we were watched 24/7 back then. Apart from this one time, because there was two lounges you can go in. But the main lounge, which was huge, with couches and a telly. Then you had the back lounge area, which had a PlayStation 1 Scooby Doo game, and a telly, obviously, to play the game. And that's where me and James spent most of our time, was in that back room. I was 15 when I had my first kiss. But here's the thing, it wasn't just a kiss. You kissed me, that's true. But then went down my neck. My top had to go like this because it went down here and stopped here. Close to my boob. That's where he stopped, close to my boob. Only because I had to sort myself out because support was coming. He would have went further and I would have let him as well. That's the most we ever did, really. The reason it didn't work out was two reasons. One reason was the group of us with support went to Plessy Woods, and me and James wanted to go off to have a quick snog and a kiss, so we did. So we went. There was like a circle of trees at Plessy Woods, and so we hid out there and had a quick kiss and a cuddle. And the support couldn't find us because we didn't tell anyone. And then we had a strict talking to when we finally were found, because basically we were lost. And I was told that he had epilepsy, which I wasn't told before then. That means he could have a fit at any minute, and I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't, still didn't to this day. I would phone the ambulance if I knew what to do now. So then the following week, they put a contract together that me and James had to sign, and completely honest, that's when I was like, nah, I'm leaving. That I don't like being told what to do in a relationship. I don't like rules in a relationship, even back then. But it was around about the same time I was leaving school to go into college. So I didn't really want to continue something that I did when I was a teenager, as in a school thing, onto my adulthood into college. So it came at the right time, that contract. Because I left and right into college. Time out. Not Northumberland. Time out. And that's when I discovered sexuality and everything. Anyway, so that was my first boyfriend. We were together about a year, but I only classed it like 6 months because, like I say, it was only week out of a month, basically, that we spent any time together. Last I heard, he lived in Berwick. I've tried looking for him since then on Facebook, but I can't find him. I've tried to search for him, I don't think he has it. So if he does watch me, then comment below. So I just want to see how you are, because I've put on a lot of weight since we were together. Anywho, then it was the bad boyfriend, Mark Griffiths. He's changed now, so I've heard. But when he was seeing me, he was bad. I kind of liked bad boys back then. Mark got it on my system straight away. I remember how we got together, me and Mark. I'd fancied him from the day one that I met him. Fancied, not love. It wasn't love at first sight. But I fancied him at love. I fancied him at first sight. And he was older than me. My class was opposite his class, and his class was drama related, where mine was more maths and English related. The time I fancied Mark, I was actually seeing someone. But it didn't really mean anything to me. That's why it's not part of my four that means something to me. That's why I'm going to name him. But I was seeing someone at the time. But we broke up. Just so I would go out with Mark. So I was available for Mark. And he was clingy. That boyfriend that I'm not mentioning, he was clingy. I don't care if he comments on this or anything. I don't think he watches my videos. Anyway. It was Christmas that I broke up with him. Got my Christmas card, broke up with him before the Christmas holidays. So not only did I break up with him, but I pawned him off on my best friend called Kimberly. At the time, best friend at the time, Kimberly. She's my enemy now. You'll understand why later when I tell you the rest of the story. Anyway, so it was, and during the Christmas, he says he's going on a date with this woman, and so I thought, I'm snookered. I have no chance. Then we come back from the Christmas holidays, and the woman says they didn't work out. They tried one day and it just didn't work out. So it's like, yes, my lucky day here. Because I didn't really know much about him. All I knew is that he made me laugh and he was a great spanker of my bum. Because I loved being spanked on my bum. Not so much anymore, but I used to. So then, it was lunchtime. And instead of sitting on my usual table with my friends, I sat with him and his friend. Who I think he's still with now, actually. But I can't remember. And I don't know. I honestly don't know because I lost contact when I left that college. And I'm kind of glad, actually. Well, I'll come back to that later. So anyway. And we weren't together 3 months, so all this happened in the space of 3 months. So anyway, we were at lunch, and they sat down. He sat down first, then she did. And he says, you need to hear this. Apparently, she fancies me. I'm like, quiet, because I fancy him too. And he looks at me and like, you're more quiet than usual. Just say it. Say what you want to say. I'm like, but I fancy you too. He's like, oh, typical, eh? Doesn't work out with one, and I won. Then I find out 3 women fancy me. No, I forget that. It's 2 that fancy him, and it was a 3rd that he only sees on a different day, that he wanted to see if she fancied him, because he wanted to go out with her. Then we just chatted while we had our lunch. Then, in the space of eating lunch and going to the lift, he thought about it a lot. The other girl, the one he was sitting with, and me. Who would he pick? He says, fuck it, will you go out with me? I'm like, did you really just say that to me, of all people? I was a little bit thin about them, but not that much thinner. So in my book, I'm ugly as anything. And are you really saying that to me? To me, when she is attractive as anything compared to me? And he's like, yeah. So then we went onto the lift. Luckily, it was only us 2 in the lift, because we waited. And I says, yes. And we sealed it with a kiss when we went in the lift, up and into the... He went his way, I went my way, which is just opposite the rooms. And that's when we started dating. And that's when it started going downhill as well. I remember one time, he did stand up to his friend, like he was going to hit her. He actually punched walls a lot. He had a very bad anger problem. I wouldn't know how to calm it down. I just left him to it when he was in that kind of problem, because it always seemed to be not with me around. And he got jealous when I would hang around with my friends as well, thinking I was going out with somebody else when I was going out with him. When that was not the case, I was just seeing him. I didn't want to see anyone else when I'm seeing someone. Anyway, over time I realised something. He cares more about his computer systems than me. He had Xbox, PlayStation, he cared more about his telly, basically anything electronically he cared about more than me. We do end up losing our virginity to each other on his couch, then his bed. He wasn't that good back then. He's probably a lot better now, but back then he wasn't that good. Well, he was really new at it. So was I. Anyway, one day I was on his couch, texting my friend at the time, Kimberly, and he's on his PlayStation. I tell him what I'm doing, like I'm texting Kimberly. He's like, okay. I'm saying she's being a total prude. And he's like, okay. Out of the blue, he says, ask her if she wants a threesome, me, you and her. She was acting like a prude before this text, so I was expecting a no. How wrong was I, eh? She said yes. What? So then, after that, I knew I was third wheeling it. I knew I was only in the way. Because one time, all 3 of us were at his house, and they took up the couch. It was only a 2-seater. And I was on the floor, texting my friend Miles, while he was feeling her boobs in front of me. That's how I know I was third wheeling it at that point. I tried to keep this relationship going as much as I could, but that was like one of the end of the straws for me was when he felt her boobs in front of me. That's something you don't do. Well, I realise that now, but at the time, because it was my first serious relationship that I actually loved, that I thought that was a relationship. I end up getting up and crying in the bathroom. I lie about what I'm crying about because I don't want to be honest with him. But the real reason was, why are you feeling her boobs when you're going to be in love with me? And every time I kept asking him about it, because I did a couple of times, is I'm getting her ready for the threesome. What about me? Yeah, why are you not getting me ready for the threesome? We did do a lot of bedroom stuff, I have to say, during the 3 months of the relationship. But I did feel left out because they were smokers, I wasn't. So I pretended to smoke, like put it in my mouth for a couple of seconds and blow it back out again. That's all I did because I didn't want to feel left out. Then the day of the breakup, and I understand why she's my enemy now. Then the day of the breakup, I'd already stayed over at his, so I was already there. And Kimberly comes over, and she is tired. It's not my house. There's nothing I can say or do. So she asked me, can I have a nap? I said to her, it's not my house, it's Mark's house. And Mark says, yeah, go ahead. She didn't want to be left alone, and I didn't want her to be left alone, so I went with her to go into his bed. The way he used to do it, instead of putting like the heating on or anything, we had 2 duvets with covers on to save on electricity bill. Well, gas bill. Well, the heating. Save on the heating. So, so the walls here went me, Kimberly, to begin with. One of the reasons why I loved being with him was because he had 3 dogs. Oh, I love those dogs. They're probably gone now because we've been split up for such a long time. But I loved those dogs. Can't even remember the name. But I'm a total dog person. Anywho. We get hot, me and Kimberly. So we take off our t-shirts. Then we just sit and chat for a bit, me and Kimberly, and Mark gets into bed. I think he was feeling left out completely, and he's had 2 lovely ladies in his bed. Well, 1 lovely lady, 1 fat lady in his bed. And he didn't want to be left alone. So, when he wasn't downstairs, the dogs were in a big giant cage, which was big enough for the 3 dogs, I have to say. It wasn't like animal cruelty or anything, it was a huge cage. It's just so it didn't destroy the house while he wasn't in the same room, which makes sense, really. He was a great dog owner. Great dog owner. So anyway. She takes off her bra because she felt flirtatious. I didn't want to take mine off because hers were huge. Like 2 sizes small for my best friend. Hers are huge. That's how big they were. And I didn't want to take my bra off at all because I had what he used to call them big and small. Huge and tiny. One is bigger than the other. And he took the mick out of it, basically. Every time I took my top off, it was always, oh look, there's little and large. At the time, I just thought it was a cute nickname, but I go back on it now, it's degrading my boobs, basically. But boyfriends after that liked my different size boobs. like Adam and Kieran, they liked my different size boobs. Mark, on the other hand, didn't. I don't think. Basically, they goaded me into taking my bra off. Like, we're the only ones in the room, come on. So I did. I took my bra off. It didn't stay off for long, I have to say, because I used the excuse I need the toilet. So then I grabbed my t-shirt and my bra, and I had to go underneath the covers to get out, because like I said, I'm against the wall. Then I see my boyfriend cheating on me in front of me. His hand is not meant to be where his hand should be. I don't want to be crass, but he fingered her in front of me, basically. Fingering her in front of me. Then it all goes blank. The next bit I remember was saying goodbye to her at the bus stop. Then, at home. And at my lowest. One of the times I was at my lowest. But I'll remember it. And I had this huge 5 CD player. And I stuck Michael Jackson on pretty loud. And you know how paracetamol comes in those tubs instead of the sheets? I had a couple left in that tub, but I tried to then I got my sheets out. And I only got out the tablets that I already had, like 1 or 2, and I took the rest out and filled up that container of paracetamol. Then I grabbed some water. Then I sent 2 messages, just 2. One to Kimberly, one to Mark. And I said the exact same thing. It said, hope you two can be happy now. I won't be in your way. You two can be together at last. That's all it said. Then I took the paracetamol. Only took 3 gulps to get the whole container down. Then I thought I'd just fall asleep and die because I was on my lowest. I was like, how could he do that to me? I woke up to knock, 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 knock. Persistent knocking on my door. Actually, I didn't really fall asleep. I just noticed it. I was like, okay, what the hell's going on? And my phone was going off as well. And it was Mark. Basically, he came out of my house and before he credit ran out, he texted me, my credit is running out. I'm not leaving you until I know you're okay. Kimberly, on the other hand, did nothing. That's why she's my enemy. I sent her my suicide note. She didn't from the police, she didn't from Mark, she did fuck all. She just ignored it, basically. If I had got that kind of text message of anyone, I would have phoned the police. I would have phoned them back. I wouldn't have done anything at that point to be like, oh, you're fucking sure. You're not fucking dying on me. But she did fuck all. So that's why she's my enemy. But it's not just that, there's more. But I'm not going to tell you. Because that's for a different story. This is Mark. So I went to the window, opened it up. It was my bedroom window. My front door came from. And he says, I'm not leaving you alone until I know you're okay. I went to my stereo, turned it up, and started punching every single one in my house. I did think about pouring water on him to tell him to fuck off. But with his persistence, it actually was like, that's what I need to do right now. So then I let him in. I went downstairs because I'm on this first floor flat. I let him in. We talked. had a last romp, I think, and then he left. And that's how it ended. He only shouted at me once after we broke up. But I contacted him when I was with Adam because I wouldn't leave his girlfriend alone because I was his girlfriend's friend on Facebook. Not anymore because I'd be tempted to contact Mark again to see how he's getting on. Even though I don't actually, to be honest. He's just somebody, just an ex now. So yeah, I like hounded his girlfriend. Like, I won't leave you alone until you tell Mark I want to talk to him. Then the same day, unfortunately, Adam was in my house at the same day. So I'm trying to have a private word with Mark to try and say how he feels right now and everything. And I have Adam not leaving me alone in my own flat. Like, it wasn't really that small. It wasn't that big of a flat though. I was this close to going to the bathroom and locking the door to get some peace and quiet so I can talk to Mark. I end up going in my sitting room and telling Adam, leave me the fuck alone. I want to talk to Mark myself. And Adam knew at that point, like, leave you alone. But he was leaning against the door, so he heard everything. Basically, that conversation with Mark saying he's sorry for everything he's done, that he's changed, that he would basically asked me to leave his girlfriend alone, and I did after that night. Because I just wanted to see how he was getting on, and I wanted an apology for everything that he did to me, and he did during that phone call. So we haven't spoken since. I have seen him, but we never spoke. So I don't know what I'm going to call this, probably my first 2 meaningful relationships. Oh yeah, I'll call it that. If you want me to talk about anything, comment below and I will talk about it. Any topic, comment below what you want me to talk about and I'll talk about it, alright? Love yous. Mwah.